Kyrie, do you walk away from this one thinking you guys let this one get away?
Uh, I mean, it's just things that happen in competitive space where you wish you can get those things back. Missed free throw, miscommunication on a chance to, ice the game on that stop where they needed it to. Um, but that would just be, giving excuses for ourselves. We felt like we had a great chance to win this game before we even got to that stretch. But we were going against a good Miami Heat team. They were well rested. Um, they got a chance to really get into me defensively, get into all of us, turn the ball over down the stretch, and they made some clutch plays down the stretch. So you got to give them credit. So yeah, you can say it slipped away from us, but we obviously know there's a tail of the tape that we got to go back and look at and see where we can improve, especially on the controllables like offensive rebounds and just keeping them off the free throw line, keeping them out of our paint, and giving up easy ones to some of their role players. I think that was the difference in the game tonight. They had some players come off the bench where they were highly efficient. Pele, Larson 6 for 8. And Alec Burks 5 for 9, hitting some big time threes. Pretty much held a lot of the starters. We haven't been checked, but we felt like we did a good job of limiting them to easy baskets. So,
How about the fouls you guys had, particularly in the first half? I mean, it kept coming and kept coming.
yeah, sometimes that's going to be the game. You got to adjust to the rhythm, adjust to the refs, and adjust to the flow. But we got to control just keeping the ball in front and limiting the easy baskets. Again, that's on me tonight, just giving up some of those easy backdoor cuts and not taking the necessary effort to be in the right position. So a lot of easy baskets that we could have not given up tonight, we did, and I feel like that was the difference in the game.
You always say basketball is a game of centimeters. Would you attribute that to some of the shooting struggles tonight, just 10 of 40 from three-point land?
That's it's sometimes just the basketball gods, man. Got to keep that right elbow pointed, stay confident. 10 for 40 tonight on three-point line. But again, we had some controllables that we just didn't take care of tonight, and that led to them feeling confident down the stretch and being able to make those extra effort plays. They won a lot of the 50-50 battles. So if we can control keeping them off the glass, controlling the one possession, I feel like we come out of here with this W. But again, you got to give credit to a scrappy Miami Heat team. They play well on their home floor. And you could tell they really wanted this one, but we wanted this one too. But it just didn't go our way.
Najee had also mentioned, the Heat's offensive rebounding being a factor in helping get the win. You did as well. Just what makes them such a tough offensive rebounding team?
I mean, when they're not shooting well, they have no choice but to crash and get offensive boards. But they have guys that give a lot of energy. They like to play out in transition. And you can tell that Spo's doing a great job of telling them to push the pace. And the two main guys or three main guys, Bam, Tyler, and Jimmy, a lot of the shots are going through them. So we just got to be aware. And again, like I said, about a minute ago, just limit some of their role players to getting easy baskets. If somebody shoots 6 for 8 and they have an impact on the game, it's going to matter down the stretch. So we just got to control what we can control, and it starts with me just being in the right positions and taking the challenge defensively.
Hi, Kyrie. How important is for this team to compete? For example, the last 2 games in Denver, you won. Here you lost, but you competed until the end when Luka is not in the team. And just I'm curious about the message that you sent him. You call him Hermano. Why Hermano? Why in Spanish?
He spent a lot of time in Madrid and spent a lot of time just, learning different languages. He speaks 4 languages. So just wanted to make sure on, not just because it was national TV, but because that's my brother, man. I call him my Hermano or Brate or, just a nickname just to remind him that that's, it's a genuine love there, man. I consider him part of my family, part of my tribe. We miss him, obviously, but it's got to be next man up mentality. And, these guys in this locker room, we want to compete. Got some new guys on the team that are getting used to being in that position of getting everybody's best shot. There are no games off. So it's an exciting time, but also I would rather us be 100% healthy, playing every single game. But yeah, at the same time, there's the flip side of it where it gives some of our role players opportunities to play bigger, to get more shots, to learn more on the fly, and we're going to need that later down the line. So I'm appreciative of the time that we're in. I'm staying present. while also being wishful in terms of us getting healthy at the right time. And yeah, we just got to continue to play hard and be there for one another. And you can tell we really enjoy competing at a high level, and we don't feel like we're out of any game. And I think that's what's been the peace of mind for me going into every game, every night with these guys, is just knowing they're going to give their all.
Kyrie, what was the difference for you guys in that overtime period?
We didn't score enough, man. They scored 9 to our 5, or excuse me, our 4. We stopped pushing the pace, and they started locking us down in terms of one shot every possession. And those 5 minutes go by really quick. So it's either you're the team that hits first, or you're the team that's kind of playing on the heels. And I think tonight we were playing on our heels, and that overtime they executed a lot more, and then they hit some timely baskets. We were down by 2, then they got up by 4. So we just got to be able to continue to execute at a high level, no matter what the game speed is going on, and be able to look each other at the end of the game and say we gave it our best effort. So we had moments like that majority of the game, but some lulls throughout the game cost us, and that's the NBA game right there at a high competitive level. Teams are going to make you pay. They made us pay often, so you got to give them credit.
You mentioned Miami getting to you defensively. Obviously, Bam's a big part of that. Even when he's not guarding you one-on-one, what kind of problems does he have when he's anchoring a defense?
He's well known for his help side defense now, and being able to show positions, different looks against guards or bigs. So he causes a lot of chaos in there. He's a great anchor, and he's a great guy to go against, because if you can go by Bam, you can score on Bam. I feel like you can score on anybody just because he's that great on the defensive end.
Kyrie, during the game, I saw at least 3 guys trying to cover you. I saw Hero, I saw Pele, I saw even Butler. So how does it make you feel? Like if one doesn't work, the other one comes in. How does that work?
Yeah, man, I welcome that. I invite that in. This part of being the best of the best. You got to step up to that plate and let everybody know that you're going to be here. And I feel like that's what a lot of teams are doing defensively, showing different bodies, showing me different looks, tall, small, physical. And it's only making me better. And that's why I appreciate being in the NBA, is because every single night you get to be challenged in a different way, and you get to respond and rise to the occasion, or learn lessons that's necessary to carry you and propel you for later in the season. So I'm enjoying it. These guys are making me better. And I'm gearing up for, what's the inevitable. It's just getting everybody's best shot. Yep. Appreciate it.